So it's been a while since I've actually made a video. Winter's over, and well, the weather world tends to become more calm because you're not tracking these giant winter storms and blizzards and powerful nor'easters, but it's more so severe weather where you wait for the daytime heating, thunderstorms come up, then they collapse, and 9 times out of 10 they don't even hit you. So convection, at least tracking wise, in the same perspective of winter storms, they're boring, okay? Unless you're out there chasing that thunderstorm or it's coming to you, it's pretty boring. They're not these big monsters. They're like these little minions. The one thing that does raise my concern, Texas and Oklahoma, they are dealing with catastrophic flooding, like damaging, destructive flooding. Kansas just got ripped open a new asshole by 2-mile wide tornado. Climatologists that believe in global warming said, well, Texas and Oklahoma was going to be stuck in a drought. Old California along into next year. Clearly that did not happen. And that is a concern because we're dealing with the drought now. Why does that concern me? I will show you why. So what I'm going to do is good old Google Maps. You can't beat it. We're going to go Google Maps real quick, get this core screen out of the way, and I'm going to switch over, if it pops up, to a satellite view. Alright? So you guys can really see what the concern is and what I'm concerned about. And like I said, if we do go back to the, you know what? I actually have it in my folder. Yes, my weather shit folder. If we go back to spring to summer 2015, I had a spring and summer outlook over here. This whole red area is a concern for the potential of the ratios this year. Squall lines, severe weather, tornadoes. Now, the tornado outbreak that hit in Kansas, the tornado was right here, and it ripped up like this. And literally, on my map, on the border between the red and yellow, it died. I nailed it just like that. I didn't mean to. Sort of. But yeah, now, we did also have severe weather issues out over here. But the one thing that was really underestimated is this flooding. A lot of these areas in yellow, not so much the red, but these yellow areas dealt with some flooding like you won't believe. California is continuing their drought. But eventually, guys, you have to look as we go into the months of June, July, and August that this that's going on over here is going to shift here eventually. So if we go back right now and get out of this that I made a couple months ago, we go back to here, back on my other map. If the ratio were to happen, if we were to go on Twitter real quick, it would basically go somewhat like this. This area for June, alright? Anywhere in this part of this June box, there's the potential of the ratio formation, and it can head anywhere in this box. You actually have a much better chance if you're both in the border of the May and June, right here, but the potential pushes up into New York State, all of New Jersey. New York State's on the edge of this, but it is proving to be a nasty May out over here. And it's pretty incredible because outside this boundary, just like not too much going on. But you had some convective, development out in western Texas. But as we go on in the months, the severe weather magnitude will be shifting from southwest to northeast. So right now, if I break out my little pen over here, right now, you want severe weather? The hot spots are right in this area right here. Okay? This is what's going on right now. All of this pattern is eventually going to go like this. It's going to eventually make its way over here. It's not the question if, the question is when. Is it going to happen in June? Is it going to happen in July? Is it going to happen in August? Well, I can say one thing right now, that Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, you guys, Arkansas, but especially this area right here, you know, the amount of rain they got is insane. 30 plus inches, more on the way. I think that this is going to be a pattern that's going to lock in for a little bit and then slowly lift north and eastward. I think when we get to late June, early July, maybe even July, I think then your focus is going to be in this area right here. That would be your next focus. But NOAA thinks that June can be dry, and I can definitely agree with them. But that's only if this stays here. If all of a sudden you start to see thunderstorm forecasts here and here, it's going to eventually be coming our way. Now, in the next couple of days, we have to watch out for a slight chance of some severe weather up in upstate New York, Vermont, northwestern Massachusetts. But anywhere south of there, this delay is not very likely. But this over here is not associated with what's going on out in this over here. This over here would have to first get out of the way for this to move. If it does, because this is going to go on into next week. This is a very big heads up that what I've been forecasting is very verifying in Iowa. It's verified in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. California's drought does continue, but it'll eventually be coming. This type of weather, not of this magnitude. No one's saying a mile-wide storm is going to plow into New York City or anything like that. On a much smaller scale, it's more relative to our environment and atmosphere. There will be severe weather issues that will be going on, and I think the very first big noticeable severe weather issue is going to start out in southeast PA, south central New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia. You're going to have your classical Delmarva severe weather setup. Will it be an outbreak? I don't know. But you're going to hear something happen here before something big happens in any of this area over here. Alright, that's all I can really say right now. But I will be eventually rolling out new software and whatnot. State of the art, beautiful, beautiful maps. I posted this before. So in the summer, I'm making typed up forecasts now instead of making maps because I don't have time anymore. And it's just pretty much the same thing. It doesn't take as much thinking required to make these kind of maps. So I'm like, it's not needed. It's pretty simple. Winter's a very complex thing. And if anyone's pursuing a career in meteorology, if you know about winter over summer, bigger bucks. But if you know a lot about severe weather in general, you're also saving a lot of lives when it comes to massive tornadoes, along with the tropics. That's all I can really say.